For years, John was well enough to take care of his elderly mother. But one day, in the spring of 2005, he locked her in the house. She was afraid she wouldn't be able to unlock the door because she suffered from severe arthritis.
911?
So she called 911.
The police arrive, and how does he react?
He said, "You better get my mom in for a mental health evaluation. There's something wrong with her. She's insane."
She's the one who's sick.
And the police took him out into the driveway and talked to him, and he said, "I'm fine. I'm taking my medication. I've been taking my medication for years. I'm fine."
Later, John attended a public meeting at the police review board. He insisted he was the victim in the confrontation with his mother, and that the police had been disrespectful to him.
You know, it's odd to me that I had the mistaken assumption that the police force might be there to represent me.
For his brother Robert, the incident was one more sign of John's deteriorating condition. Robert says he tried calling John's psychiatrist and therapist and hand-delivered a letter to the hospital, pleading for help. 4 months before the murders, John was picked up for an evaluation, but he was quickly released.
What did the doctor say the next day?
So I called the therapist, and I said, "What happened?" And she said, "Well, I guess we're just going to have to wait till this escalates a little more."
Escalates to what?
What it means to me is that he's going to have to get violent or hurt somebody or hurt himself until he gets some help.
By now, John's illness was in high gear. Christian Miley tried to help his cousin by inviting him to stay in a guest house next to his home. Christian, a family physician, thought John would be safe. So Christian went on a long-planned vacation, leaving John with explicit instructions.
Very specifically said, don't need to worry about the cat and don't water anything.
And what does he do?
He starts leaving multiple spigots on, watering the fields, watering windbreaks, watering trees around the house.
How much water are we talking about?
He used 292,000 gallons of water in 3 or 4 weeks.
In early summer, his brother Robert was driving to work when his brakes failed, so he had it towed to a mechanic.
He called me and he says, "You got any enemies?" And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, somebody cut your brakes."
Do you have any suspects?
I think it was probably my brother. It was just getting pretty scary.
You're scared.
Right.
Do you think he is a time bomb at this point?
I thought so.
And on August 18, 2005, John Hyde exploded. Robert called his mother to tell her what had happened.
I said, "John had shot 2 police officers. And just never think that would ever happen in their life. That you'd have to say something like that to your mom."
And it wasn't over.
No, it wasn't over.
The manhunt for John Hyde continues, and when it ends, the city will be in for another shock.
It was one of the worst days in the history of the city.